Have you ever wondered why some planes can fly upside down, defying our everyday experience of gravity, and what makes this mind-bending feat possible? It's a question that sparks curiosity in many of us who have ever been on a plane or watched an air show. We're used to thinking of planes as flying straight and level, so the idea of them flipping and twisting through the air seems almost magical. But the truth is, it's not magic, it's just physics. And here's the surprising part. The same principles that keep a plane flying right side up are also what allow it to fly upside down. It all starts with understanding the basics of flight, like how wings produce lift and how planes use control surfaces to steer. So let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of aerodynamics and find out what makes it possible for planes to perform these incredible stunts. By the end of this explanation, you'll have a clear understanding of why some planes can fly upside down, and it's probably not what you think. So, if you're curious about the science behind this impressive feat, keep watching to learn more. Vocabulary: aerodynamics, gravity, physics, stunts. So, what makes a plane fly, whether it's right side up or upside down? It's not the wings themselves, but what they create: lift. Think of lift like the upward force you feel when you blow across the top of a piece of paper. You know, when you do that, the paper rises up, right? That's because the air you're blowing is moving faster over the top of the paper than the still air underneath, creating an area of lower air pressure above the paper and higher air pressure below. This pressure difference creates an upward force, or lift, that makes the paper rise. It's the same with an airplane wing. As the plane moves forward, the air flows over and under the curved surface of the wing, creating that same pressure difference and upward lift. And here's the surprising part. The shape of the wing is designed so that this lift is created regardless of whether the wing is angled up or down, as long as the air is flowing over it. So, in a way, the wing itself isn't what's keeping the plane up, it's the lift that the wing creates by manipulating the air around it. This is key to understanding how planes can do some pretty incredible things like flying upside down. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next. Vocabulary: aerodynamics, pressure, curvature, airflow. What if the secret to flying upside down wasn't just about the wings, but about how they meet the air? And here's the surprising part. The angle at which the wing meets the oncoming air, known as the angle of attack, plays a critical role in creating lift. Think of it like a knife cutting through water. If you hold the knife at a shallow angle, it glides smoothly through, but if you tilt it too much, it stalls and struggles. Similarly, when a plane flies, its wings are like that knife, slicing through the air at a precise angle to create the lift that keeps it flying. When a plane flies upside down, the pilot must carefully manage this angle to ensure that the wing continues to produce lift, even when it's inverted. It's a delicate balance, because if the angle of attack is too great, the wing will stall and the plane will lose lift. But when done correctly, it's what allows planes to perform incredible maneuvers, like flying upside down, and still stay safe and in control. So, how do pilots manage this delicate balance, and what happens when they get it just right? Vocabulary: aerodynamics, stall, invert, maneuver. So far, we've talked about how the angle of attack helps planes fly in all sorts of orientations. But have you ever wondered why some planes can pull off that upside-down aerobatic trick? The secret lies in something called symmetrical airfoils. Imagine you're holding a paper airplane. When it's flying right side up, one side is curved up and the other is straight down. That's what we call a non-symmetrical wing, where lift is produced by the difference in pressure between the top and bottom of the wing. But when you flip that paper upside down, it no longer flies well because the air doesn't flow over both sides as effectively. Now, picture a different kind of airplane. This one has a special wing shape called a symmetrical airfoil. On these wings, the top and bottom are both curved in almost identical ways. It's like having a paper airplane that looks the same whether you flip it or not. Here's why this matters. With symmetric wings, the plane can produce lift no matter which way it tilts. As long as the angle of attack, basically the angle between the wing and the oncoming airflow, is just right, the plane will stay aloft, even when it's upside down. And here's the surprising part. This design isn't just about flying upside down. It makes planes more maneuverable in general. Pilots can perform sharp turns or loops with greater ease because they don't have to worry as much about wing asymmetry. So, next time you see a plane fly upside down during an air show, remember it's all thanks to those clever symmetrical wings making lift in any orientation. What makes a pilot capable of flying a plane upside down? And is it something that can be learned overnight? The answer is no. It takes immense skill and practice to master this extraordinary maneuver. Flying a plane upside down requires a deep understanding of the mechanics of flight, but also how to control the plane under these unusual conditions. It's a bit like learning to write with your non-dominant hand. At first, it feels completely alien, but with time, patience, and a lot of practice, you can get surprisingly good at it. And here's the surprising part. Even with symmetrical airfoils, which we discussed earlier, the plane itself doesn't automatically know how to fly upside down. The pilot needs to make constant adjustments to the controls to maintain the plane's orientation and balance. This is where the pilot's skill and training come into play, as they need to be able to read the plane's behavior and make the necessary corrections in real time. It's an incredibly challenging task, but one that experienced pilots can accomplish with ease, making flying upside down look almost effortless. So, how do pilots develop this level of skill, and what kind of training do they undergo to become proficient in flying upside down? So, why can planes fly upside down? To answer our initial question, it all comes down to the careful management of lift through the angle of attack and the use of symmetrical airfoils, combined with the exceptional skill of the pilots. Think of it like a highly skilled gymnast, expertly balancing and adjusting their movements to achieve a perfect routine. In the same way, pilots must carefully control the angle of attack to maintain lift, even when flying upside down. And here's the surprising part. With symmetrical airfoils, the wings can produce lift even when they're inverted, allowing the plane to stay aloft. This incredible combination of technology and skill is what makes it possible for planes to perform mind-bending stunts like flying upside down. And the best part? This level of control and precision is what makes flying incredibly safe. If you found this explanation as fascinating as we do, consider subscribing for more insights into the amazing world of aviation. If you'll never look at a plane the same way, you know what to do.